Hello, good morning. This is Jenny, and today's session for grade 9th and 10th. The topic is variables, data types, as well as expressions. Okay, so first we move to that variables. Okay, so what is variable? Variable is a named. Okay, so memory location used. So where can we use this variable? In your memory location for storing the data in the program. Okay, so computer language means you are going to write the program and make the output. Okay, so if you are giving the input means you should know about the variables, what are the variables, what are the data types, and what are the expressions. Okay, so before we should know everything in the program. So next one is it acts. How it will act, how it will works means it acts like a container that holds values which can change during program execution. Container, a small box or big container, everything stores your data or things. Same like that in the program, the variable. Okay, so it is a container, it holds your values and give it to the program execution. Okay, for example, here you can see they are giving C language example. Okay, so int age equal to 15. Here we should identify which one is variable. Age. Okay, so age is variable name, and integer, that is data type, and 15 is your value. So we should know about the difference between variable as well as value. Okay, so variable rules, how we can assign this variable in the program. So you should know the rules of this variables. Must begin with the letter or underscore. You can use this underscore or letter. Okay, cannot start with a number. Variable should start with a letter, not in a number, and no spaces allowed. Okay, so if you are giving some spaces between the words or values means you should not give this spaces in this program. And next one is cannot use keywords. Okay, so we should not use the keywords like integer, float, if, or looping statements. We should not use in this variable. Okay, the variable name should be identified by the users easily. Okay, and next one is, let's move on to data types. Here you can see what is data type. Data type specifies the type of data. Okay, so what is the type of data you are going to store in the program, what kind of value, how much memory location you need. Okay, so these things you can see in this data type. Example, here you can see data type integer, float, double, character, and void. Description, int means integer, that is whole number. Whole number means you can give 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. And float, that is decimal number. Decimal numbers means you are going to give point. For example, 20.5, 100.256, like this. Decimal we denote in this floating data type. And then double, large decimal. Okay, so you are going to give the large values within a point. And character, single character you can give, for example, a, b, x, y, z, like that. And void means that is null value. Null value means we don't get any values, that is no value written. Okay, there is no written, that's the reason we are using this void in our program. Okay, an example, here you can see int marks equal to 90, float average 85.5, character grade equal to a. So these are your inputs. What output you are getting? You will get 90, 85.5, and a. So int, float, these are your data types. Marks, average, grade, these are your variables. And expressions, there is no expressions here in this program. So here you can see the data types, variables, and variables values. Okay, so marks value is 90, average value is 85.5, and grade a. These are your values to the variables. Okay, and next one is expressions. Expressions, an expression is the combination of variables, okay, constants and operators that produces a value. Okay, it is a combination of variables, constants and operators. So here you can see the types of expressions. First one is arithmetic expression. Okay, so arithmetic operators you are going to perform by using of this operators. For example, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and modular division. Okay, so in this example here you can see integer, variable name total and value 10 divided by 5, okay, or 10 plus 5. 10 plus 5, that is your expression. If you are adding two variables with one operator, that is called expressions, two variables or two values. Okay, so combination of, here you can see what is the expression, combination of variables, constants and operators that produces a value is known as expressions. Here you can add the combination of values. And second one is relational expression, compares two values. Okay, so for arithmetic expressions, why we are using performing calculations. When we move to the relational expression, you can compare the values. For example, 10 is big or 20 is big, 5 is big or 2 is big. Like that comparisons you can do in this relational expression. So here you can see this operators: equal, not equal, less than, greater than equal to and less than equal to. So these are the operators we are using, we are performing in this relational expressions. Example, here you can see A greater than B. And third one is logical expressions. Here combines the conditions. Okay, so for example, A greater than 5 and B less than 10. Okay, so here how many operators we are using? And, or, not. Three operators we are using in this logical expressions. When we are facing some problems, we can think logically. That type of solutions we can apply in this program, that is called logical expressions. Okay, so simple program you can understand what is expression. So this is your C program. Here example I am showing you. So hash include standard input output dot h means you are going to fetch the file or take the file from header. Okay, so for heading position, header position, you should add this include standard input output dot h header file. Okay, next, first we start the head, next we move on to body. Okay, so if you are making some toy or something, means you need that structure. Okay, so which one is head, which one is top, which one is top, which one is middle, which one is last. Same methodology we are applying in our program. First of all, we should write the header and next move on to the body condition. So here you can see integer, the value type is, data type is integer. So main, integer main, you are going to open the body. Okay, so main, that technical word is main, parenthesis and open bracket, then you are giving two values. That values should be in whole numbers, that's the reason you are giving integer. Okay, so that variable names are A and B. You can apply X, Y, S or like that you can give, but here I am taking A and B. For the A value is I am giving 5. Okay, and B, for the value B value is 10. So next condition is I am going to add this two variables. Okay, so I'm going to add two variables. If you are giving or if you are adding two variables, means automatically the variables of the value, okay, values of the variable is going to add. Okay, we don't need to write directly 5 plus 10. We should give the variables in our program. For example, integer, the variable name is total or sum or net, anything you can write here. So here I am writing sum. So which one is I am going to add? Yes, I'm going to add this a plus b. That's two variables. These two variables is going to add the values and it will store in the sum variable. So when we are calling this sum from the memory location, automatically the sum variable produce the values to the user. That is your output. So how we are giving the input in the program. Once you run the program, that is execution mode, after that you will get the answer. Okay, so if you don't get any answer means it will shows the null value. So that's the reason I'm giving return of 0. If you don't produce the answer for the user, just you display 0. Okay, so this is your program conditions and writing methodology. So here you can see what I'm going to get the output. Yes, for getting output you should write this coding. Print f. Print f means file. Print file sum, where it is located stored sum variable. Okay, so equal to how we can perform or how we can get the informations by the whole digits. That's the reason I'm using percentage d, that is decimal. Okay, so within the quotes you should give the coding and you can call the variable name sum. Okay, so if you call the variable name only, no need to call values. Okay, so if we call the variable, automatically it will produce the values of that particular variables. Okay, so output, if you execute this the program in your browser, in your compiler, okay, you can get the answer is 15 because I'm giving this value 510. Okay, so like this we can implement our program in all the languages. This is particularly for C language. C is the basic language for computer. Okay, so now you can understand what is data type, what is variables, and what is expressions. So thank you so much. Bye from Jenny.